Hello everybody, welcome. Oh sorry, sorry. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about a K-drama called Hyde, Jekyll and Me, or in the Korean version, Hyde, Jekyll, Na. At least I tried in this one. I'm not saying I pronounce it very, very well, but like, anyway, let's just move on. I'm done it. Let's move on. Okay, so let's get into it. So Hyde, Jekyll, Me is about this man. He's in his, let's say, early mid-30s. I don't think he gets. So he's the director of this amusement park called Wonderland. We actually have a Wonderland in Nigeria. Do you think it's still working, Wonderland?
Yes.
My goodness, I wonder how old it is. I hope they replace the parts. Anyway, so he's the owner of this Wonderland, which is also owned by, he's part of a corporation called Wonder Group, which is owned by his father. In this Wonderland, he's the director, like I said, but he's literally the opposite of what this amusement park stands for. You know, he's sour, he's mean, he's not antisocial. Sorry, I'm a medical student, so I understand the definition of antisocial. So I can't really say somebody's antisocial. But anyway, just in common terms, he doesn't really socialize with people. Like, he literally pushes people away. He doesn't interact with women. He doesn't interact with children. Even in general, he doesn't interact with people. If you are not in his, he's a rich boy now. His father owns Wonder Group and all that. So he has the money to kind of pay for security, and honestly, it's only the people around him that he interacts with. And it's not like as if he even used to gist with themselves. He's just business as usual, kind of straightforward. Really, his employees even hate him. Like, they don't like him as a person, they hate him because he's just not somebody that you can easily work with. He's so I don't want to get into it, but like, really, he really has a very, very sour attitude. And the reason behind this is because when he was younger, he actually suffered a very, very serious psychological trauma. He was kidnapped when he was 12 years old, and during that time, he did something that he wasn't proud of, and it really made him very, very guilty. I don't want to spoil it, but it made him so guilt-ridden that his actual consciousness couldn't take the burden of his guilt, and so he ended up developing an alter ego that was the opposite of what he felt. And just medically speaking, an alter ego is usually a defense mechanism. So that alter ego, that other personality, is able to do what the main ego, the main person that created the alter ego, cannot do. So he basically created somebody that was opposite to him, even though it's still him. But he doesn't. Part of the whole alter ego thing is that you don't remember what the other personality did. And he discovered at a young age that he has it, and since then he had hated his alter ego. His alter ego is called, his name is Gusojin, and his alter ego is Robin. So these people, it was 2015, so I think maybe I think they like having all these ties to English and all that. So they really like when somebody has a very English name. Anyway, the alter ego's name is Robin. It's not like he gave him Robin. The alter ego said his name is Robin. So the main ego, the alter ego, Sojin and Robin, they kind of live simultaneously. Once one loses consciousness, the other one gains consciousness, and vice versa. But like I said, he really hates his character, the alter ego. He wants to get rid of it. But unfortunately, again, sorry, medical terms, he has to actually confront what gave him the trauma in the first place to get rid of that alter ego, for them to become one. And he's delusional, he's in denial, and so he just continues to persist like this. So yeah, that's what the story is about. Just the fact that this guy has an alter ego, and he's trying to battle it out, and trying to gain some sort of normalness. But he thinks that he has to lock people out of his life to actually gain some sort of control over his life. But that's actually making him worse. There's this lady though that comes into his life, and she kind of has a tie to his past. Actually, she was the reason why he created the alter ego in the first place. But obviously, because he doesn't have a recollection of her, it's the alter ego that has a recollection of her. He doesn't remember how to know her. So the three of them go on this journey of self-discovery and actually finding out, who you truly are and how you should live your life. Basically, really. It's a drama, and it has, of course, a K-drama. So it has some comedy in it, but it also has some romance and some other things inside. It also has some form of like a thriller. So that was very fascinating to me. That was one of the things I liked about it, actually. I'm not a very romance person, so like when other genres are in it, I really enjoy. I've said it many times. I've said it so many times, but yeah, I enjoy when more genres are in it. So it just makes it more interesting and more realistic to me. And this had that, and I really enjoyed it. I love the development of the main character, Sojin. I really liked, I'm not sure, to be honest, if really he actually existed in my circle, I probably really wouldn't like him too. He really has a very sour attitude, but on that journey of self-discovery, he really changed, and he really became somebody that you actually can admire. And his alter ego as well, Robin, he's that fun-loving kind of, like, that BFF that you want to do everything with. And I also liked him. He wasn't he wasn't immature. That is it. The alter ego was not immature. Robin was not immature. I would like to call him by his name, because actually, I'm sorry, I'm being medical here, but yeah, the personalities are persons of their own. So Robin was very likable and very mature, and had his head on straight, and he didn't reciprocate that hatred. He actually genuinely cared for Sojin, but Sojin hated him, and I'm not condoning it, but I really liked Robin's response. He really taught me a lot about understand, because he really understood that this guy is in a lot of pain. So the way he's reacting to me is coming from there. Of course, he didn't really know what to do, because he himself would love to exist. So it's not like as if he wants to help him get better so that he can disappear, but he never wanted to cause him harm. And also the lady, her name is Jankana, by the way. Sorry, I didn't say it in the beginning. The lady as well too. I really learned a lot from both of them, Robin and Hannah, because Hannah, I have a classmate called Hannah. Anyway, I had a class. I've graduated. Anyway, so I really learned a lot about really understanding where people are coming from, like their pain. This guy, Sojin really treated them horribly. But they always, every single time he was in trouble or he was in that state of vulnerability, they always went after him and they tried to protect him as much as they could. And I really love, even the security people around him and all that, they actually gave him more love than his family, especially his dad, because a lot of what he went through was because of his dad. And he just pushed people because the primary people that were supposed to take care of him didn't take care of him well. But it really taught me a lot about really getting down to people, to their level, and really just meeting people at their point of hurt, because really that's what they did for him made him a better person. He actually graduated from that mean attitude he had. I really loved it. Even the other side characters as well, which didn't really play much part in the main story as a whole, but they were also very nice. There was another side character though that was very important. Like I said, it was a thriller, so this character was actually very important in it, and I also liked him as well. I don't want to say much about that, but yeah, he was involved with this side character for some reasons, and his that side character as well was also very, very, I liked it. There was something I didn't really like about the show, and it's something that is that was common to previous K-dramas, which this one was made in 2015, so it was stepping out of the era, but still had it. And it's kind of like that. Like I said, the side characters didn't really have a lot to do, so it was just like they were just there when they needed. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there wasn't really much that they were offering in the storyline, and it was almost like okay, let's get past your own like, let's get past your part. You're not really doing anything for me. And I think I didn't really like it because the K-dramas these days, you know, every character actually has like an important thing to play in the storyline, and it kind of felt, I mean, really, I was skipping some parts, and even the love story as well, it was almost like, it's not really all or nothing or do or die, but it was kind of close to that. It was like, you know, if it's not you, it's nothing else. Like, it was almost like, I love you just because I love you, you know, that kind of like, I'm not saying it's not impossible, okay, but you know, there's depth. I felt I needed more depth, in my opinion. That's just it. But in general, though, I enjoyed it. The love story, I liked it. Who she ended up with was cool with me. It wasn't like, you know, like, oh no, she ended up with the wrong guy. No, it was cool. But just in general, as I said, the story, the side characters, and the love story, that's all I can say. I'm nitpicking. If I'm actually going to compare, but I'll be nitpicking because the story in general was really good. I really enjoyed it. If I were to rate it, I would say it was worth my time. Yeah, it wasn't. I left it and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the show. It was actually very, very nice. And I think, you know, anybody that wants to, please go and watch it. I'm not an ambassador of K-drama, but yeah, really, it's actually very fun. It's very fun. So I think you guys should go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Yes. I'll see you next time. Please remember the comments. You know, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. Anyway, please just remember, please, you know, keep the comments alive, active, viable, whatever that word is. Please just comment in the comment section. Like if you liked, dislike if you disliked. You know, I ain't picky. I ain't gonna choose them. Thank you so much. As always, I wish each and every one of you